An increase in human trafficking nationwide and here in Florida.
The National Human Trafficking Hotline reports 7,500 cases of human trafficking were reported last year, compared to just 5,500 in 2015. ABC 7's Kate Flexer joins us now with what's being done locally and what still needs to be done to combat this crime. Kate.
Good evening, guys. Those involved in the fight against human trafficking say those numbers may actually be a good sign. They say it means that more victims are seeking help.
It's people that are being either deceived or, threatened or even sometimes physically held.
Many call human trafficking modern-day slavery. Women and men forced against their will into prostitution, and it's increasingly common nationwide. A new report from the National Human Trafficking Hotline ranks Florida the third state in the nation for the crime, with 550 reported cases in 2016, up from 2015 by more than 100. Derek Thompson of More to Life, an organization that helps victims, says those numbers are actually a good sign.
It means the awareness and education that's been happening for many years, that More to Life's been one of the leaders of, is actually starting to pay off.
At Selah Freedom, President and CEO Elizabeth Melendez-Fisher agrees those numbers might not mean human trafficking is increasingly common, but instead increasingly reported.
It was out there anyway. They were just not being identified. They thought, this is all I am. They were dying on the streets. They were thrown as drug abuse or homeless and just lumped in this category.
Over the years, Selah Freedom has coupled with law enforcement, training officers to deal with victims and provide the resources they need. The biggest thing, Melendez says, viewing these people not as criminals, but instead as victims. Both groups say the next step is focusing on prevention and helping men and women before they become victims.
If this prevention can blow up and go everywhere and get in a little 12-year-old's head when she's about to run away from home, that there's another way and you could report this and we could take you a whole different pathway, then we want to put our safe houses out of business. That's the goal.
For a look at the full report, log on to mysuncoast.com.